Darling jumping out fairly well. The favourite Race the Wind in the all blue. Away to the left is Mercury, and Race the Wind and William Buick tracking across towards the near side rail, but preceded by Mercury. The others again tending to come across as well, with Bernice in the pink cap moving nearer this stands rail. Love You Darling in fourth now to the outside, and then Zenjabila, and after those Get Jiggy With It towards the back of the field second last, and Spirit La Adelita as the back marker. Mercury by about a neck to the newcomer Bernice in second. Favourite Race the Wind in third. Love You Darling fourth, entering the final half mile. Zenjabila is back in behind those in the yellow and blue jacket, followed by Spirit La Adelita and Get Jiggy With It at the tail of the field. On their way now towards the final 2.5 furlongs or so. Race the Wind now going up on the near side of Mercury and Bernice, who are both being pushed along, and Race the Wind comes racing through very strongly under Buick, tracked now by Zenjabila. Bernice on the right, Mercury down the centre, pulled out wide, Get Jiggy With It, followed by Love You Darling. Race the Wind leads, entering the final furlong on this stands rail. The others are trying hard, notably Zenjabila as they meet the rising ground. Zenjabila just hanging, and on the far side Get Jiggy With It is making a race of it as well. Race the Wind is still just about out in front. Race the Wind holds on from in second, Get Jiggy With It, then Zenjabila and Love You Darling.
Race the Wind lands the odds in the opener for Godolphin Charlie Appleby William Buick. Second time out for this daughter of the Darley Stallion, too darn hot, and she wins. And she beats into second Get Jiggy With It, the daughter of Highland Reel, and half sisters of Primo Batcher shape with bags of promise for Charlie Hills and Kieran Schumacher. And back in third, the other too darn hot Zenjabila, a newcomer trained by Roger Varian, who got a nice toe into the race from the winner, the runner-up, racing deeper on the track, maybe, if you believe some, on the better ground. But up the rail, Race the Wind has won.
She has, and she stepped forward significantly from her debut. She's done everything right today. I think that race has clearly brought her forward significantly. Jumped out the stalls, well raced up there throughout, travelled strongly, and when she's needed to dig in on her own with the rail to help, admittedly, she's found just enough. It's a lovely debut, though, from Get Jiggy With It, who might just be the best prospect in this field. She's conceding experience to the winner. She also conceded track position. She was caught deep, she was caught further back, and she's run on all the way to the line. When you consider her smart pedigree, she looks a good prospect. They were taken along in the early part of the race by Mercury, I think at an even gallop. Bernice had sights on her towards the outside. When she came under pressure, Bernice, in the second half of the race, she just got lost a little bit, and that's when her inexperience showed through.
Obviously too darn hot with the winner in third, but I'm pleased to see Highland Reel have a horse run really well, because he was a really good horse, and it's easy to forget what a good two-year-old he was. He won the Vintage Stakes at Goodwood before he got an injury, and then had to come back as an older horse. There's no reason to think he shouldn't be getting horses of high calibre at a relatively early stage of their career if he sent the right mares.
Yeah, well, he might have one here with Get Jiggy With It, because you'd make her a certainty, I think, for an ordinary maiden or novice, judging by this performance on her debut, as long as she does sort of sustain her form. But she should really progress. She looks quite weak physically. She's been quite inexperienced, and it hasn't helped her where she's had to make her effort away from horses and away from the winner. She sort of only got sight of her late on, and that's when she's run on strong. But good start from her. Good start as well from Zenjabila, who probably just blew up a little bit late on. She's travelled strongly in behind. I got the impression that the run will bring her forward for fitness.
Now this is quite interesting. William Buick's just ridden the winner of the first race, and immediately he's come in. Dancing Goddess, his intended ride in the next, has been taken out, has been withdrawn. Dancing Goddess is out of the next race. That's another non-runner. The time is, I think I heard 6 seconds above, 5 seconds above standard over 7 furlongs. I know it's two-year-olds, but that is suggesting the ground is really quite soft now.
Yeah, it's hard work. It is, and we had so much rain yesterday. They recorded 13 mils. It felt like more anyway, but it's certainly made a big difference, hasn't it? And it's starting to come down again.
Lydia's made the very good point to me that William Buick is still on his way in, but his ride in the next has been taken out, and that's because of veterinary advice. Dancing Goddess out on veterinary advice. But he has won, and he's won on a good-looking filly and a well-bred one too. Race the Wind. They'll be seeking a stakes win or stakes place form next for Black Type, and she's landed short odds. And Tom can tell us what those odds were and give us the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's exactly what I shall do. Was fourth on debut. and has gone on to score at 5-4. Did Race the Wind, and yeah, we'll see exactly where she goes next. Yard won it with Wedding Dance a few years ago. She ended up in a Deauville Group 3. 5-4 Race the Wind beats Get Jiggy with it at 11-1. The time was 5.32 outside, as Nick relayed to you. So we've seen progressively slower times. That's just one time so far today, and juveniles, but certainly the indication that we've got worsening conditions.